Welcome to this guided meditation. We'll begin by settling into our bodies. Just finding a comfortable seat wherever you're sitting today. You might like to begin by placing your feet on the ground. Just beginning to feel the weight of the left foot connecting with the ground and ultimately the earth below it. And then feeling the weight of your right foot resting on the earth. And then just beginning to feel the weight of gravity settling your body into the seat, pulling you closer towards the earth. You might notice where your body makes contact with the seat, letting it hold you without any need to make any effort on your part. Just resting your body exactly where it is right now. Beginning to place your hands on the top of the thighs, or maybe the lap. You might like to place your palms downward in order to ground yourself. Or maybe placing them up towards the sky to invite in a sense of spaciousness today. Just experimenting with what feels most nourishing to you in this moment. And then just beginning to roll the shoulders up on the back and gently back down. And just doing this a couple times at your own pace, allowing your arms to settle into a state of ease. Just imagining that there's a string coming out the top of your head, gently pulling you towards the sky, allowing your spine to be upright, yet relaxed at the same time. There's no need to strain. You might like to soften your gaze a bit, just to let the natural scenery in to your awareness. Just exploring with your eyes everything that's happening in your view. Noticing the water of the lake gently blowing by. Noticing all of the trees surrounding the lake. All of the different types of trees, the evergreens, and the trees that are about to come into bloom and into leaf again for the season. Just allowing them to enter your awareness. And then just scanning the sky above the trees. Noticing the clouds and all the different shades of white present in the clouds. The different textures. And also noticing the blue sky that's present. Knowing that the blue sky is the backdrop behind all of the clouds as they come and go through the scene. As we begin to settle more into our body and into this space, just beginning to notice where the breath is most noticeable today. It may be in the rise and fall of the belly or the chest. You might like to place a hand on either the belly or the chest to help you better connect with the rise and fall of the breath. Not needing to change or control the breath, but letting it breathe itself on its own. You might notice the breath more easily through the air coming in and out of the nostrils. Noticing if there's any change in temperature as the breath comes in and then departs. And if it's hard to connect to the breath today, just knowing that's completely normal. And just resting your awareness, again, perhaps in the feeling of your feet on the earth, or even to the sound of my voice, or other sounds that may be in the room for you. Whenever your mind begins to wander into thoughts, which it always will, just gently returning your attention back to your anchor, whether that's the sensation of your breath or your feet on the floor. And just resting in this awareness, knowing there's nowhere to go, nothing to do for this time together. As you begin to feel more settled into the body and perhaps the breath, just again returning your attention to your gaze on the screen. Just bringing your awareness to the forefront, to the lake as the wind moves across the water, creating gentle ripples. Just beginning to let this constant movement be the focus of your meditation. Just softening the gaze and noticing how the water continues to change moment after moment. Noticing the subtle shifts in the sun's reflection, in the wind as it moves across the lake. Whenever your mind wanders into thoughts, just again gently returning your attention without judgment back to exploring the water as it continues to change. Knowing that our meditation practice isn't about stopping thoughts, but simply about returning to the present moment, to our awareness without judgment, with a sense of kindness for ourselves. And if you're noticing that the mind is busy today, or that there's thoughts of what you need to do after this, or maybe you're remembering something from the past, just bringing a sense of curiosity to what's happening in the present moment. Just becoming curious about the water and how it's changing in this moment. Maybe finding a new pattern or reflection or another place to rest your gaze. And just noticing how it never stays the same from one moment to the next. Constantly changing. You might like to explore what it feels like to allow this constant sense of change as the water moves, as the sky above it moves and reflects at different angles of sun against the clouds and the trees. Letting everything be changing from moment to moment, but feeling the stability and the solidity of your body resting in this place. Noticing how you can let the water continue to change, arise as it will, just like the breath, and then pass away the next moment, while still feeling your earth, your feet connected to the earth. Still feeling your hands resting firmly on the legs. Sensing this paradox, this ability to find stability in the midst of constant change. And allowing yourself to rest in this space. Just returning your attention again and again to the wind as it moves over the water, creating ripples and waves. Knowing there's nothing to change about the water, that no matter what happens to the water, that it's still water, that it's not disturbed by the waves or the reflections cast upon it. Allowing yourself to experience this water-like nature of yourself. Open to the flow of life as it moves through you and around you. And just resting firmly planted on the earth. You might like to take these last moments of this practice and just release any effort you've been placing on the breath or your body or any of your awareness, and simply opening up and just allowing yourself to be here in the moment without having to place any effort. Just opening your awareness to whatever arises.